How's everyone doing? Today I have an awesome, huge stack of Blu-ray and DVD Steelbooks right here. It's a heavy stack right there. And first up, these top three are Best Buy exclusive Blu-ray Steelbooks. First up is the Hangover right there with the baby on the front cover. It's a fun movie. I do think it's a slightly overrated comedy movie. People just raved about it. They thought it was the best thing ever, the funniest movie ever. Come on. It's funny, but it's not the greatest movie ever, not the greatest comedy ever. For me, The Hangover is one funny scene, 5 minutes of, not too much going on, and then another funny scene, and then not too much going on, and then another funny scene. It's not consistent. There's a lot of lulls throughout, but it is very funny. It's got a lot of great entertaining moments to it, and I do think it is funny. I just think it's slightly overrated. There's the disc artwork, no interior artwork, but great artwork on the front and back cover, and nice disc artwork. And it has a nice matte finish. Next up is Sherlock Holmes, and I thought this one was actually really enjoyable. I didn't really care too much for the sequel, especially the visual effects for the sequel. The fight scenes kind of like Matrix-esque, kind of, that thinking, and they play it out, and then they actually play it out, and I didn't really care for that. I thought the first one was far superior. Very nice look to the Steelbook as well, kind of that blue washed out color, London in the background. There's the bridge right there in the back. Very nice, and Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law front and center. Sherlock and Watson. And there's the disc artwork just with Robert Downey Jr. And no interior artwork again. Again, these Best Buy Blu-ray Steelbooks, it's somewhat disappointing. There's no interior artwork. It doesn't take a lot to put the interior artwork in there. And I do find it's odd that the Canadian ones all have interior artwork, and people are saying, oh, those are leftovers that Best Buy got through the Canadian market. I don't know if that's true or not. I find that hard to believe because, again, the Canadian ones had interior artwork. What, did they just take the interior artwork out? They're like, oh, no, the US doesn't need that. No. I don't know. It's interesting and weird and kind of disappointing, but they are nice Steelbooks, great for the price as well. I will give them that. You can't argue with the price. Like, a lot of these ones were like 15 bucks and under. I know some of these ones were on sale for like $9.99 and things like that, so I can't complain there. But I do love that interior artwork. Clash of the Titans. It was a decent, fun action popcorn movie. I do prefer the Ray Harryhausen Clash of the Titans, though. That's a pretty cool looking back to it. I would prefer if they didn't have the text down there, though. Would have made it better. For all of them, actually, all have that, but it's more noticeable for some reason to me on this one. And here's the disc artwork, which I think this was the artwork for the regular Blu-ray release. I don't really care for that artwork at all. I much prefer this artwork, and I love that back cover. It's awesome. Like I said, fun action movie, good visual effects. And next up are DVD Steelbooks. This one is Immortal. Now, I saw this one night, late at night on the Sci-Fi Channel years ago, and I thought the visual effects were really cool, and I thought it had great atmosphere and a nice look to it. It does have a lot of CG effects. There's kind of like godlike creatures right there, like the guy with the bird head. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember actually really enjoying it. Has Charlotte Rampling in there, so that's pretty cool. And this does have interior artwork as well. There's the disc artwork, and I'll go ahead and take the disc out just to show you some more. The Cityscape. Pretty cool sci-fi movie with interesting visuals as well. It uses a lot of CG effects, but they actually worked well here from what I can recall. I'm looking forward to checking this out again. And Immortal is debossed, the title. And next up is Flash Gordon. Oh, love this. Love the Queen soundtrack. Love the action. Just so much fun. There's Ming the Merciless. This is the Silver Anniversary Edition, and Max von Sydow was fantastic as Ming. And then you have Sam Jones in here as well. Really cool. And recently the movie Ted with Mark Wahlberg, and it had a lot of references to Flash Gordon in there, and actually had Sam Jones in there, which was pretty cool. So it was a nice homage. I love the cover artwork for that as well. Bright, vivid colors. I know there's a Blu-ray Steelbook for this, but I hate the look of that one. It's all black and just has the Flash Gordon symbol. I don't think there's any interior artwork either, so not a fan of that. I'm going to pass that up. I do love the movie, but gotta stay with that awesome artwork. There's some special features on here as well. Nice matte finish. And there's the disc artwork, which is the same as the front cover. Love that artwork. Has a nice booklet in here as well. I'll go ahead and show you the booklet. And it has interior artwork. I'll show you the interior artwork first. Take the disc out. I mean, how awesome is that? Love that. That Blu-ray Steelbook is such a disappointment. No interior artwork, just plain black for the Steelbook itself, and just the symbol right there for the title for Flash Gordon. What a disappointment. And then here's the booklet. Man, the 80s were so much fun. Just going over the release and the film. It's a cheesy, fun sci-fi action movie. Campiness all the way through the roof, and gotta love the Queen soundtrack. Love the look of this Steelbook. And next up is the first glossy one. I think all those ones were matte finish. This is a glossy Steelbook for Lords of War. Love the look of this. And you have the bullet holes right here, which are debossed, so it's a nice texture. And I love the feel right there. And there's Nicolas Cage front and center. This is actually a really good Nicolas Cage movie. Nicolas Cage plays Yuri Orlov, who's, you know, a guns dealer. And I think he's over in Africa at one point and just dealing with some warlords and stuff like that, which some really crazy scenes there. And one of the coolest movies of the year. This is the 2-disc special edition. And this is a Dutch release. Very nice looking release. And there's some advertisement for some more movies right here. And there's disc 1. There's disc 2, slightly different with the suits. And there's interior artwork, which is tons of guns all around, which is pretty cool. Jared Leto's in here, Bridget Moynihan, Ian Holm, and Ethan Hawke, and of course Nicolas Cage. So great cast all around. Love the look of that Steelbook as well. Very visually stunning. Next up is The Breed. This movie gets crapped on, and I think it's unfair because I love the heck out of this movie. It was a lot of fun. I will say though, it's a ripoff of the late 70s movie called The Pack, which is basically the same step and premise. These people go to an island and there's these, you know, loose dogs and they're attacking people. In this one though, The Breed, the dogs are like genetically engineered, so they're smart and more dangerous, and there's lots of dog attacks and stuff like that. It's a Wes Craven production, directed by Nick Massendra, and it does have a decent cast in here as well. Michelle Rodriguez, Taryn Manning, a few other well-known familiar faces. Hill Harper, who has such a young face. He's been in tons of stuff. I think he's like 40 years old, but he looks like, you know, half that age. And I think in here he's playing a college student. Definitely want to see what his routine is to making himself look so young. Gotta get on that. But I really enjoy this movie. Some good tension throughout. There's the disc artwork, and there's interior artwork right there as well. And I think there might be 2 cuts of this. So you want to check to see what cut you get. And I think there's 2 different covers for the Steelbook as well. I saw the cover where I think it was like that is the cover. I guess this is the cover you want to get because, I don't know, everything worked for me. I liked it, great tension, and I didn't have any issues with the music or anything being censored or weird language. You know, people were saying, oh, that it must have been censored. Maybe you guys were watching some ones on TV. Maybe that's why, but this was awesome. I loved it. Next up is The Proposition, great modern western right here. It has a great cast: Ray Winstone, Guy Pearce, Danny Huston, John Hurt, I mean Emily Watson. Just a fantastic cast. Dirty, gritty. Love it. Alright, there's the disc artwork, and there's interior artwork again. I love the fact that there's interior artwork. And Guy Pearce is such an underrated actor in my opinion. He deserves way more credit than he gets. Fantastic actor. Big fan of his. I'm going to try to go through the rest of these pretty quickly because I think my battery's about to die. Clerks X, right here. This is the UK edition, 3-disc collector's edition. Love this film. Kevin Smith from New Jersey. Got to show him some Jersey love right there. Jersey pride. Fantastic film. Love this film. And plain, simple disc artwork right there for the 3 discs. All the same kind of uniform right there. But there's interior artwork, which I'll go ahead and take all 3 of the discs out. There's only interior artwork on the one side. Not behind that one, but right there. Just because they serve you doesn't mean they like you. Really nice look to it, matte finish again. Kevin Smith's directorial debut. Just a hilarious film, great social commentary, great pop culture references, and very emotionally honest as well. I like what he's yelling out the number of her sexual partners. What was it, like 39 or something like that? I can't remember exactly what it is right now. And he keeps repeating it, and then the snowball thing, and all the different things, especially with the guy at the end, and yeah. And there's actually a 90-minute documentary on here called The Snowball Effect, the story of Clerks. Never before seen bonus material, so that's pretty cool. And next up is the Dutch Steelbook for 30 Days of Night. Oh, love this movie. One of my all-time favorite vampire movies. all-time classic in my opinion. One of my favorite recent horror movies as well. And I love the looks of this Steelbook. It's a glossy finish, very nice feel, and I want to get a poster artwork where it's just like that. The US theatrical poster artwork I think is awful. It's just like the one vampire like yelling, ah, like that. I hate that look to that. This is really cool looking though. I want to find a nice theatrical size big poster where it looks just like that. I love the look of that. And again, I love movies with a snowy setting, so this is right up my alley. You know, vampires come to Alaska, and you know, in Alaska there's 30 days of night, so obviously they can just terrorize people for those 30 days. And again, I can't believe they didn't do a feature-length movie with vampires in Alaska before this. The blood really pops on the snow. You get that bright red on the snowy whiteness right there. Just really pops. And I love the looks of these vampires, very gritty and dirty in their language and the way they and they scream and stuff. My only criticism is towards the end of the movie with Josh Hartnett and the lead vampire. I just didn't like how that played out. I would have liked a better fight sequence towards the end, especially the dramatic conclusion, if you will. But love this movie, and love the Steelbook as well. And there's Josh Hartnett and Melissa George right there in the front of the disc for both of them. And then here is the interior artwork, which I love interior artwork. You never realize how much it means to you until you open up a Blu-ray Steelbook or any kind of Steelbook that doesn't have the interior artwork. It's just kind of like, oh, that letdown feeling, so it's awesome to see that. And next up are 4 Cinema Reserve Steelbooks from the UK. And first up is David Cronenberg's the remake for The Fly with Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. Totally creepy movie. It still creeps me out, especially the transformation scenes with Jeff Goldblum. Ugh, gross. But you really feel for him as well when he's, you know, trying to communicate with Gina Davis, and just kind of touching but gross at the same time. And Jeff Goldblum was perfect for that role. And a nice look right there to the front. And then there's the back. Nice matte finish. And it does have unique artwork for both discs. Jeff Goldblum on disc 2, and then the fly creature transformation right there on the first disc, and it has a little booklet. I'll go ahead and show you that. Here's the front right there with the machine right there, and there you go, folds out like that. And there's the back, some nice quotes. Oh, that's cool. You get to see the makeup right there for the transformation scene. It's pretty cool. I like this. Some of the quotes in here. Are you a bodybuilder or something? Yeah, I build bodies. I take them apart, put them back together again. And here's another booklet in here for more Cinema Reserve Steelbooks, all about Eve and all kinds of good ones right there. And then it has the scene selections. And I'll go ahead and show you if there's any interior artwork back here. Yes, there is. There's disc 1. There's disc 2. And there's some more interior artwork. Very nice. Great job, Cinema Reserve. You should be doing Blu-ray Steelbooks. Next up is Some Like It Hot with Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon, and Marilyn Monroe right there. Very well-known film and a great pose right there. Great cover artwork. Very eye-catching. Another matte finish. And each little booklet, I guess, in here for a film kind of corresponds with a particular film, which is, you know, the little makeup thing, I guess. Pop it open. You know, different pictures and quotes from the film. It's pretty cool. There is disc 1, and there is disc 2. No interior artwork on this one, it's just the yellow, but over here you have the scene selection again. And next up is The Hustler with Jackie Gleason and Paul Newman. Love this movie. Very nice look right there. Fast Eddie and Minnesota Fats right there on the front cover. Lots of special features on there. Man, loads of them. Commentary, all kinds of goodies. There you go. And again, the booklet corresponds with the movie. This time it's the billiards right there at the pool rack and the pool balls. And just goes over quotes and information about the movie. So that's pretty cool. And again, the booklet right here showing the other Steelbook releases for Cinema Reserve. All kinds of interesting titles. And 2 discs again. I guess they're all 2-disc editions. Disc 1, Disc 2. A little bit of interior artwork, not much, but there you go. Would have liked something more with a scene instead of just the title. And an 8 ball is kind of cool. And the scene selection again. Classic movie, great performances, tragic at the end, love it. And next up is Lifeboat from Alfred Hitchcock. Has a sticker on there. I'm going to try to peel that sticker off. And love the look to that Steelbook as well. Ah, perfect shot. and some good special features on here as well. There you go. And I like that, you know, movies that take place in kind of like a singular setting where you kind of feel claustrophobic and trapped. And right there. And here's some more advertisements. Instead of a full booklet, it's just the one ad right there. Nice from the Day the Earth Stood Still original right there. My Darling Clementine, Laura, All About Eve, Patton Kijamusha from Kurosawa. And here's a nice booklet for Lifeboat. Very nice artwork in here as well. Folds out like that. Very cool. And there's disc 1. And there's disc 2. Nice shot right there of them on the lifeboat. And then the scene selection again. Some pretty nice steelbooks overall. I like them. Let me know what you guys think of them. So there you go. There's my Blu-ray and DVD steelbook update right there. If you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.